Okay, tell me when you're ready.
Okay, we're good. Just one word answers?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing now.
Is this how things
I'm ready to rock, Jasper.
I'm ready.
Do you guys mind sitting a little bit closer to each other?
Yeah, she doesn't like me.
Hi. Oh.
Sorry,
What's this for?
Okay.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this.
Hey, you're here with Liddy Huntsman and the really cool Kevin Pearce.
Hello, hello, hello.
He is here for the film The Crash Reel, which is about his recovery and his life suffering a traumatic brain injury. How does it feel to be here?
Thank you, thank you. I'm psyched. I love Park City, and it's weird to be back because this is where my accident happened and this is where it all went down. So it's kind of a trip coming up here, but it's good to get back in it.
What kind of happened during that time? Can you explain how far out of the Olympics you were and the accident from what happened?
Yeah, I was feeling pretty good. I was, you know, I was going for it. I'd learned a bunch of new tricks, and I'd beaten Sean a couple times the year before, so I was kind of, you know, up on my game and pretty on point. And I was just up in Park City, like I was saying, trying one of the new tricks, and just didn't work out for me and caught my edge and slammed down at the bottom of the pipe and was in a coma and kind of had to start all over again from ground zero. And yeah, it's pretty wild. It was a pretty big change.
Well, your story, I mean, tonight watching the radio interview is so inspiring. How are you doing now emotionally?
Yeah, you know, I've been lucky because I've been able to totally come to accept the fact that my life has totally changed, and I got to start doing new things, and it's not going to be like it was, and you know, I'm okay with that. And you know, I'm just so happy that I'm here and doing so well, and kind of everything has turned out so well. And you know, I've been so supportive, and I've worked so hard, and you know, now it's like I got to figure out something new. And you know, professional competing in snowboarding wasn't what I was supposed to do, so now I've got to figure out what it's going to be.
What were your first thoughts? Was it more your family or your choice to have Lucy Walker film this documentary on you?
Yeah, we were looking for people to help make a movie about the story, just because we thought it was pretty cool how everything has turned out. And then we were at a Nike camp, and we'd met up and we started chatting, and you know, we hit it off pretty good, and it had just worked out. We'd been trying to find someone to make a film, and we couldn't dial it in, and then she seemed like a perfect fit, and so yeah, it was pretty awesome.
And now you're at Sundance, so it worked out pretty well.
Now I'm at Sundance. It doesn't get much better.
Were there times when you were filming where you just really didn't feel comfortable with cameras being there while you were going through such an emotional time?
It's been pretty okay for the whole time to have the cameras there, just because I had cameras, you know, around me and on me for so much of my life. In this whole snowboarding world, there were always cameras around, following us around, so I was pretty used to it. It's just pretty hard. A couple of the times they were around, I was just not in a great state, and I was going through some hard things, so that was tough, but for the most part, it's been good.
How do you think this film has kind of helped you process your injury and kind of helped you recover?
You know, the main thing is just that I'm going to be able to show people what goes on with it, and really show people what's capable when you do get a traumatic brain injury, how it is, you know, possible to heal if you do the right things, and you kind of do stick to it, and you know, you make sure everything that goes down correctly. So that's kind of been my motivation through it all. What
kind of advice, or what would you say to those in Utah who are going to partake in these type of activities?
Yeah, you know, I think first and foremost, most importantly, is you wear a helmet, and kind of, you know, it's obvious, but a lot of kids don't do it, and you know, it's just so important, and it saved my life, and it's, you know, it's so easy to do. So go, you know, just go have fun and do what you love, but you know, be smart and do it correctly.
And I know you've started this Love Your Brain campaign. Can you kind of explain a little bit what you're doing with that?
Yeah, you know, it's that's been big for me, just because, you know, I've been, you know, so frustrated, and I've been hating myself so much the last 3 years, just because of all the dumb, stupid things I do, you know, whether it's just knocking a glass of water over, you know, breaking something or whatever it is. You know, now I've kind of learned that, you know, it's really bad for your brain, and, you know, it almost is, you know, injuring it instead of just being like, oh, that's all right. You just gotta like move past it and kind of just love it, love your brain, and be okay with, you know, when things don't always go perfectly.
And what are you up to now? Are you still heavily involved in the snowboarding community?
Yeah, I have been snowboarding a bunch, obviously not competitively, but I've been riding a bunch of powder and, you know, doing that. And now I've kind of been getting into some announcing. I'm going over to the X Games next week in Aspen, so that'll be fun to, you know, do that. And it's cool just because I know snowboarding so well, obviously, so it's pretty easy for me to talk about. And, you know, it's fun to be able to cruise all these events with all my buddies and continue in this world that I love so much and just kind of stay connected with it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today. We really appreciate it.
Right on. I'm psyched to be here. Let's party.